Hello, hello. This is Pastor Trice here. Listen, I wanted to just stop by real quickly this evening just to give you a word of encouragement, amen, to challenge you to truly trust God in this season. We had such an awesome time this morning in service until I just had to get back on here to tell you, please, please sign on next Sunday because you know what? God has a word for you. God is speaking in this season. And for some of you, you know what? He's not just speaking, but he is shouting because many of you are at a crossroad in your life and things are shifting. And you are finding yourself in unfamiliar territory. God is trying to get you to shift in this season because he loves you. And can I just say that Jesus is saying, step out of the boat. He's saying, step out of your comfort zone. He's saying, step out of what seems so familiar to you until you just can't fathom anything else. He's saying, come, come, trust me. Choose you this day whom you will serve. And that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be continuing our study next Sunday on making the right choice. Because it's not just about making choices, but in this hour, you got to make the right choice. We don't have any time to waste. You may be thinking, Pastor Trice, I'm serving him. And maybe you are. Maybe you are. Question is, are you serving him the way he desires for you to serve him? Are you giving him what he desires? Think about that. One time the Lord spoke to me, and this has to be 20 plus years ago. And I was cooking dinner, but I was cooking something that was my favorite. And my husband had told me that he didn't really care for that type of meal that I was cooking at that particular time. He was okay with it, but it wasn't his favorite. It was my favorite. And I'll never forget that evening when, I was excited about the meal. But then the Lord spoke to me and he said, true worship is giving me what I deserve, what I am asking you for. And so he let me know, just because the meal was my favorite, it wasn't my spouse's favorite. So if I really was wanting to please him, if I really was wanting to make his evening, if I really was wanting to worship him, I would cook something that was his favorite. Amen. That was his favorite. And so, I'm just here this evening real quick because I want to tell you, many of you are at a crossroad. And God is saying, I know that you are serving me, but you're not giving me what I desire out of you because he wants better. He wants better for you. So he's saying, now choose. It's time to choose. You're at a crossroad. It's time to choose. Stop holding on to the things that's keeping you bound. Stop holding on to the things that's keeping you stagnant. Stop holding on to the things that keeping you from going to your next level. You're at a crossroad. You're at a crossroad. And the crossroad is between purpose and passivity. The crossroad is between generational blessing or generational repetition. The crossroad that you're facing is between truth and a mixture. The crossroad that you're facing is between listening to God or listening to others. That's all I'm saying. Just wanted to drop a quick word of encouragement. Trust him and join me next Sunday. Amen. When God shouts. Amen.